everybody, welcome to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video we're going to be doing a declutter video now and a collection video. So you're going to see my entire collection as we go throughout the next several weeks, but I'm also doing a declutter. I do want to give you a couple of items that I want to tell you about before we go ahead and get into the declutter. So number one, please don't ask me for the products. A lot of these products are older. That's the reason why I'm getting rid of them. Some of them are brand new. Some of them are products that haven't been opened yet. I will tell you that if they are older, they will be tossed. A lot of the lip products are going to be tossed, and it just is what it is. But anything that is newer or barely used that I believe is still good, I'm going to be offering them to my family and friends first. And if none of them want those products, and to be honest, a lot of my family and friends don't wear makeup at all, like not even on special occasions. Anything that I feel is still good, I will be looking to create a Poshmark or a Mercari page. I'm not quite sure which one yet when I'm filming this opening, but I will put a link in the description bar down below. If you are interested in any of the products that I'm decluttering and you want to take a look at what I'm asking, please do so. These videos will be posted one a week for the next several weeks. I will create a playlist with all of them, and I'll put them up here in the corner, and I'll put it linked down in the description bar down below. If you are interested in looking at the entire declutter for the beginning part of 2020, please go ahead and take a look. This is not going to be a cutthroat declutter. I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. It is not going to be cutthroat. This is my first shot at doing a declutter series, and I have a lot of attachment to a lot of these products. So at this moment, I'm not prepared to do a very cutthroat declutter. However, I do plan throughout 2020 to give all these products a really good shot. And by the end of the year, my plan is to do a cutthroat declutter. So if you like declutters and you don't feel like this is cutthroat enough, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because in another 6 or 8 months, I'm going to be doing another round of declutter series, and I'm going to try to be a lot more cutthroat during that one. So stay tuned to later in 2020 for more cutthroat declutter. Another disclaimer, I know I do not need this much makeup. I don't. I know I don't. Prior to starting YouTube, I had one bag of makeup. That is it. I actually did a video. I'm going to try to remember to link it up above and down below as well. That is, I have a video where I talk about my pre-YouTube collection, and in fact, I still have the bag. This bag right here, whew, there's dust. Used to have makeup in it, and that was my entire YouTube, or my entire makeup collection prior to starting YouTube. So, and it was that way for years and years and years. That was it. My entire makeup collection fit in this bag. But I do YouTube, and that is why I have such a large collection. Prior to starting YouTube, I had everything in that bag. I only have this makeup because of YouTube. This is not anything where I'm thinking that anyone that doesn't do this as, you know, a hobby or a job needs this much makeup. You don't. If I didn't do YouTube, I would not have this much makeup. I would probably have this much makeup. You know what I mean? So just wanted to give you a little bit of a disclaimer there. Let me look at my notes, make sure I touched on everything. Oh, one last thing. Some of these videos, my camera that I'm using had some difficulties with autofocus. It's set up to automatically look for a face. And because I was using my hands and focusing on the products, the autofocus was having a little bit of a problem. So I switched to manual focus on some of them as well. So you're going to see some issues in the earlier videos with the autofocus. I think I've corrected that now, and I'm using manual focus for the rest of them. I'm only halfway through filming them at the filming of this intro, so I still have a lot to go. But just wanted to throw that out there, that I know I had issues with autofocus, so if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I think it's corrected later on in the videos, but the first few, the autofocus might be a little wonky. I think that's everything. One last thing before I go ahead and get into the declutter. Just want to let you all know, because some of you might be new to my channel, I do have my own online clothing boutique. This shirt actually came from my online clothing boutique. It is nimities.com. The link is in the description bar down below if you're curious. If not, that's okay too. But I figured I would mention it because I'm assuming that some of you might be new to my channel. All right, let's go ahead and get into the declutter. It is time for my high-end palettes. Now, I'm splitting my high-end palettes into 2 videos. This is video number 1. What I have in today's video are beauty influencer or YouTuber palettes. And then I also have brands that I only have like 4 or less palettes in. So my next video, which is going to be my last video, my last declutter video, which is going to include all high-end palettes, is going to be my palettes that I have more quote unquote collections of. So that I have more than 4 palettes is where I ended up cutting it off. So anything you see in here are high-end palettes that I have 4 from the brand or less. And next week's video, my last declutter video, will be anything that I have more so more collections of than 4 or less. This also has all of my beauty influencer palettes in it. So I'm going to go ahead, organize this mess here really quick, and then we will jump into the collection / declutter. I'm going to be completely honest with you all. I cannot be certain that I'm going to declutter any of these palettes or the ones for next week either. A lot of these are newer to my collection, or some I haven't even used yet. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be decluttering very, very few palettes between this week and next week. This is not going to be a very cutthroat declutter. I'm not going to lie and say that it is. This is not going to be that in any way, shape, or form. I don't even know that I'm going to declutter very many at all today. So I'm going to go ahead, reorganize these, and we will get started with the collection / declutter of eyeshadow palettes. All right, we're going to start with the beauty influencer palettes that I have here. All the rest of them I kind of moved over to the side over here. Now, the ones that I'm going to be keeping, I'm going to be putting over to this side of the screen. The ones that I'm going to be looking to give away and or sell, I'm going to be putting over on that side of the screen. Anything that is a maybe that I'm still considering is going to be put up front. And all of these have been swatched or touched in some way, I'm pretty sure. So there won't be any that I'm going to be putting in my giveaway drawer. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the biggest palette I think that I have here, or at least the most bulkiest. I did get the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette. This is brand new to my collection. Basically, I think I've used it once, and I did just get it in the fall. So I got it at the Christmas time restock. So I'm definitely keeping this. And like I said, y'all, I don't know that I'm going to get rid of any of these palettes. I love eyeshadow palettes. So I'm going to be holding on to this palette for sure. And then I have 2 other Jeffree Star palettes. I have the Shane Dawson Mini Conspiracy palette, which I got actually at launch. Or Mini Controversy, I'm sorry, not Mini Conspiracy, Mini Controversy. That is what that one looks like. I do wish I had gotten one with the green shade in it that they're going to be putting in the next round of palettes, but that's fine. I still like this nonetheless, and I wanted to support Shane. I really do love Shane. All right. Next up is my last Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette. This is the Beauty Killer palette. This is, I think, his first palette, right? I think so. Okay, that is what it looks like. I am going to be keeping this as well. Jeffree Star, whether you love him or hate him as a person, his makeup line is definitely a good makeup line from my experience with the products that I've tried. I have not tried all of his products. I've tried eyeshadows and I've tried some lip products from him, and I like everything that I've tried from his line. Also a lip scrub as well. So I do like this palette. I don't use it nearly often enough, but I am going to go ahead and hold on to that one as well. All right, I have 2 Huda palettes here. If you saw my beauty box palette videos, you know that I do have at least one other Huda palette, and you'll see that as well, like some Dominique Cosmetics. I have some in my other video as well. So I do have 2 Huda palettes here. The Huda Mob Obsessions was my first palette that I bought from the Huda line, and I do like this. I like reds on my eyes, and I'm definitely going to be keeping that. I also just recently picked up the Nude Light palette here. I've only used this one time, still fairly new to my collection, so definitely holding on to that as well, and I think it's very, very pretty, and yeah, holding on to both of those. All right, next is Persona. So I do have the original Identity palette, which I do like a lot. I have actually taken this traveling with me. It is a good palette. I think you can still pick this up. I know they came out with an Identity palette too. That one is not as interesting to me. I might pick it up eventually, or if they put it on like a Ulta 21 Days of Beauty at 50% off, I would consider it. But for right now, I'm happy with just having the Identity 1 palette. I'm definitely keeping that. I also did pick up the two color Theory palettes in pink and copper. I had these in my last makeup bag or Shop My Stash. I did bring both of these in and I did get a chance to use them, and I do enjoy this formula as well. So definitely keeping all of my Persona palettes. Told y'all I don't know that I'm going to be getting rid of any palettes today. All right, so the Dominique Latte palette. I did pick this one up. I was thinking about picking up the Strawberries and Cream. Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. But I ended up picking up this one instead. I've only barely touched this. I think I've only dipped into a couple of the shades, but I'm still giving it a try. This is a fairly new one to my collection. I haven't had it for very long, so definitely going to keep trying that one out. I have this one here from Makeup Geek. This is in the nude eyeshadow palette. I actually got this off of Outlook a while ago, but I'm definitely going to be keeping this as well. I know y'all are probably thinking, why did I even click on this? Because this is not a declutter video, but definitely going to be keeping that as well. I don't have too many Makeup Geek shadows. I have this palette that I picked up, like I said, from Outlook, and then I have a couple of single shadows from Makeup Geek as well. I know that they just like retooled their or redesigned their whole eyeshadow collection. I don't know. I'm not sure that I'm going to pick any of those up. We will see. I'm not sure, but keeping this. All right, I have this one here from IGXO Cosmetics. It was with Shannon Rose. It was in collaboration with Shannon Rose. She is a beauty YouTuber, or a YouTuber. I guess she does story times mostly. She did have a beauty channel for a short period of time. But this is just a very, very simple palette. And that's one of the things that I like about it. I actually picked this up. They were discontinuing. IGXO and Shannon Rose stopped having a relationship. So they were actually discontinuing all of this. I think I paid like $9 for this palette. So got it on a very deep discount. They were selling it kind of like just to get rid of old stock. So I am going to hold on to it though. Again, it's newer. I got it in the fall, so I haven't had it for very long, and I want to continue to give this, it's IGXO, so want to give that more of a try. Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the only palette I have from her. This is the Nudie Patootie palette. So I know some people really are, I think, not happy with Laura. I don't know. I don't get into the drama, so I really don't know what all happened, to be honest with you. And I picked this up a while ago. Well, not a while ago, about 6 months ago. She was running a sale in some way, shape, or form, and this was severely marked down. I tried it out. Honestly, this is a really good formula. It really, really is. So I'm not quite sure about all the drama and stuff that went down with her, but this formula is very, very good. And this palette is very pretty from my perspective. Definitely, you know, it's nudes, you know, and it's definitely something that I like. So I've only used this a couple times. Again, got it in the fall, and going to keep using it. And yeah, I like it. The formula is good. All right, all three of these palettes, I have barely used any of them. So this is the Greek Goddess palette from Lunar Beauty. Again, all three of these, I barely have used any because I've just gotten them. In fact, I don't even think I've touched one or two shades in here, but I've just picked this one up at Thanksgiving or Christmas or Black Friday. I think it was Black Friday. And then I also got the Strawberry Dream palette as well. So I'm liking the formula so far. Actually, that blue diamond glitter looks like it's about to fall out of there, but I'm liking the formula so far. I've only used it a couple of times, so definitely gonna hold on to it. This one, the Strawberry Dream palette, I didn't think I was gonna like. In fact, I got this in a mystery box, and I actually did end up liking it. So keeping both of those. And my Tati Beauty palette, I bought this in the restock. This is the volume 1. I have not yet touched this palette. So definitely holding on to this, definitely going to be using this in the very near future, but I have not tried it yet, and I'm looking forward to utilizing this in the very near future. All right, let's go into these ones here. These are high-end palettes that I only have one single item from their collection. I should say that with an asterisk. This one here is the Pure Love Yourself E2 palette. I do have other Pure palettes. I've gotten them all in BoxyCharm with the exception of this one. This is the only one that I have actually purchased. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure that I want to keep this palette. The palette is not very interesting. You can tell I've used it. I've used it a couple of times. I actually pulled it out for a Throwback Thursday that I was doing last fall. This does have a mascara, which I don't like any Pure mascaras at all. They're all terrible. I probably should throw that out. And then this is a lip gloss, I think. Yeah, lip gloss. I don't know if this is any good. Let's see. It doesn't smell bad. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pull that out of here and see if I want to give it a try. It doesn't smell bad though. So, all right. And then this is a lip liner, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. So I'm going to pull that out as well. I'm going to put both of these in with my lip products. And then that mascara, I don't even know that I've ever used it. I might not have ever used it. It doesn't feel like, yeah, it doesn't feel like I've ever opened that. So we'll leave that alone. This palette though, I'm going to put this in the maybes because I might actually go ahead and get rid of this one. One, it's bulky. Number two, it's just not very enticing for me when I open it up. Okie dokie. Next I have my MAC palette. This is the only MAC palette I think I have. And this is the Aaliyah. Got this very, very marked down. A lot of people were not really happy with the collection that they did for Aaliyah. But I honestly haven't gotten a chance to use this very much. I have so many eyeshadows and I haven't gotten a chance to use many of them. So I'm not going to be getting rid of a lot of them. This is one I'm going to be holding on to. Definitely want to give the MAC formula more of a try and going to be holding on to that one. All right. This is a Charlotte Tilbury palette. This is the Icon palette. I haven't used this. Honestly, I need to use it more. The reason why I haven't used it is because it's all shimmers, metallics, that sort of thing. What's funny is that like they have this little paper in here, right? And they're saying that you use this to prime, the middle one to enhance, and then the last row to smoke out. But every single shadow in here has at least some sort of shimmer in it, except for maybe this one and this one. Even this and this look like it has shimmer in it. So that's why I don't reach for this very often, because I do like to always start my eyes out with a matte. But yeah, I'm going to definitely hold on to this, give this more of a try. I've heard really great things about the Charlotte Tilbury, and I actually bought this because Mel Thompson was saying that it was amazing. So that's one of the reasons why I picked this up. I haven't had it too long. I'm going to keep it. Okay, Zoeva Caramel Melange palette. I picked this up in the fall on 21 Days of Beauty, and I don't think I've used it yet. I have not. Problem is, last fall and into winter, I picked up a whole lot of palettes, like a lot of palettes last fall. Like my high-end palette collection, I think might have almost doubled in the fall, like within like the last 4 months of the year. So I just haven't had a chance to really try very many of them. But I'm going to go ahead and keep this palette. It's the only one I have from Zoeva, but I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Then I have this Smashbox one. It's very plain, I'm not gonna lie. Very, very plain. It had a brush in it, which is somewhere in my collection. This is not a bad palette. Does this say what it is? It's the Photo Matte Eyes. I actually saw this, I bought it at like Ulta or Sephora. I did see this at TJ Maxx not long ago. I think it might be a discontinued palette. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm gonna hold on, well, I'm going to put this in my maybes. I have had this for a little while. I'm going to put it in my maybes and I will come back to that. But it's the only Smashbox palette I have. All right, I have this Becca Volcano Goddess. I haven't had this for very long either. I think this was holiday 2018, I think, but I didn't pick it up until much later. I've tried this. I actually really enjoy it. So definitely holding on to this one as well. It's the only Becca palette I have, but I think it's really, really pretty. I mean, if you cover up a couple of these, it's very, very neutral. You know, you cover up these last three, it's a very, very neutral palette, but I think the quality is good. I'm going to keep using that for a little while. And, you know, maybe in this fall's more cutthroat declutter, I might get rid of it, but for now, holding on to it. I have this Violet Voss. It's the Like a Boss palette. I do have a couple other Violet Vosses that I got in beauty boxes, but this is the only one that I have purchased and the only full-size one that I have, I think. I don't have any other ones. This one's just okay. I think what I'm going to do is put this in my maybe pile because it is pretty. I don't hate it, but I don't have very strong feelings, honestly, for it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in the maybes, and I'm going to come back to it. I'm not going to lie. I don't know that I'm going to be getting rid of any of my maybes, but we will see. I've got this IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. This is a Kathleen Lights. Loved this palette. I have to have it. Plus, it was on sale when I picked it up. So I'm honestly going to keep this too. Yeah, I'm going to keep this as well. I'm going to put this in the maybes. Nope, I'm changing my mind. Putting it in the maybes. Going to come back to that. We'll see how I'm doing because I'm not doing very well right now. This is from Lancome. I have not really even tried this. I picked this up in a 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta. I have tried it a little bit. I think I've used like 1 or 2 shades in here. Looks like the cream shade I used. Looks like this shade I used. And that might be it. Yeah, that might be it. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile as well and come back to this. It's the only Lancome that I have. All right. Moving on, I'm going to pull these over here. These are all palettes that I have 2 in the brand, and I have other ones as well that I have 2 in the brand. Let's pull those all over now. These, and these. So these are all ones that I have 2 in the brand of. So I have these 2 Pat McGrath ones. These ones were, I don't know if they were discontinued or if they were just being no longer carried by Sephora, but they were 50% off. So I picked them both up. This one is the, what is this one? Mothership Sublime palette in Bronze Temptation. So I'm going to hold on to both of these. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to hold on to both of these. I got them not too long ago. Again, this is ones that I got like towards the end of last year as well. So holding on to that one. And then this one is the Bronze Ambition palette. And that's what that one looks like. Haven't had much of a chance to use very much of these. In fact, this one I don't think I've touched. I have not touched this one. I got this one after the other one, and I haven't used this one yet. So definitely holding on to both of those. Okay, I have these 2 Marc Jacobs palettes. I think I got them both at TJ Maxx. Let's look. This one I already know what this one is. This is black and gray. Pretty much that's the extent of that one. And then this one is purple, I think. Yeah, this is purple. This one I got at TJ Maxx as well. So I got both of these at TJ Maxx. Not that that's, you know, bad or anything, but definitely got them both at TJ Maxx. This one I picked up just because I was excited to give Marc Jacobs formula a try. It's only got 3 shadows in it. I don't get a lot of usage out of that one. This one I do actually really enjoy. This is the 202 The Tease palette. So I'm going to hold on to this one, the Tease palette. I'm going to actually let go of the other one though. This one is the 112 The Mod. Honestly, it's basically a white shade, a gray shade, and a black with shimmer in it. And I don't use it. I don't see myself using it. I've tried to use it. It's just not my thing. So I'm actually going to declutter this one. Yay! I have 1 declutter. That might be it for the entire time, but we'll see. We'll see. All right. These 2 Bobbi Brown ones I have not pulled out yet. I literally just picked them up in the fall. They were on clearance at Sephora in December. So I'm filming this in March. I don't think you're seeing it until May. But I am filming this at the end of March. It's March. Oh, it's March 17th actually. So I have not opened either one of these yet. I'm going to hold on to both of them. They're both from Bobbi Brown. This is the Molten Drama and this is the Couture Drama. So holding on to both of those. All right, I have these 2 Ofra palettes that I had picked up from Ulta. They were, because it's the old packaging, they had them on clearance. They had it in their clearance section, and I had picked them up and I was going to actually give them away to you guys. But when I got them, they're kind of messy. The powder's kind of all over the place, and I don't know if they've just been sitting in a warehouse for a while, but I decided I didn't want to give them away to you guys because they weren't look good. They didn't look right. So I ended up keeping them. I've only used them a few times. I did have them in my makeup bag here recently, and so far I'm liking them, but they are older packaging. I'm going to hold on to them for now. This one is the Signature Eyeshadow Palette in Radiant Eyes, and this is in Exquisite Eyes. So I'm going to hold on to them for now. In the fall, I might go ahead and get rid of them because they are the older packaging, so that means they've been around for a little while. So I'm going to hold on to them for now. Okay, I do have these two Ciate London palettes. The Glitter Storm was from 2018. They're still selling it on the Ulta website, or Sephora website, excuse me, right now. Honestly, I bought it for the packaging. Like, right? That's just cool. I bought it for the packaging. So I'm going to hold on to it for the packaging at the very least. I've only used it a couple of times. I also picked up this for the packaging as well. It is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Jessica Rabbit collection. That is what that looks like. It's packaging. I don't even know what the shadows look like. I haven't even tried them out yet, but it's definitely the packaging that drew me in. So definitely holding on to this. Yeah, definitely holding on to that. All right, I've got two Venus palettes and two Stila palettes. Let's look at I'm sorry, Lime Crime, not Venus. I mean, they're the Venus 1 and 2. These are from Lime Crime. This is the Venus 1. That's what that one looks like. And let's go ahead and get the Venus 2 out. I have not used the Venus 2 yet. That's why it's still in the little plastic container. All right. So these were on a sale of some sort. That's usually when I pick up my eyeshadow palettes, is when they're on sale. And these were on sale, so I picked up two of them for some reason. I don't know. I have a problem. But I have not really given these a try yet. The Venus 1 I've given a little bit of a try. The Venus 2 I have not even touched yet. So I'm going to hold on to both of these and give them a try, and I will let you know what I think at a later date. All right, and then I have two Stila palettes. This is the Mind, and this one is the Body. The Body I picked up at TJ Maxx for $7.99. The Mind I bought full price. Or, well, I mean, I probably got it at 20% off with a 20% off coupon. But I got the Mind at Ulta, I believe. So this one is the Body, and this one is Mind. So the Mind one is all matte. I don't know if you guys can see that. The Mind one is all matte. The Body one is not. That one definitely has some shimmers in it. It's definitely more of a cool tone palette. Blues, purples, I do like them. So I haven't used them yet. I want to give that a try. The Mind one I've had for a little bit longer. It's all matte. It's not bad. You know what? I'm gonna actually put these both in the maybe pile. I know I'm like making split decisions, but I'm gonna put both of these in the maybe pile. I'll come back to those. All right. These two I have 3 of, so let's look at these. Dose of Colors. I actually had one other Dose of Colors that I'd gotten in a beauty box, but I have the Marvelous Mauves, which is barely used. And then I have the Snow Angels, which was a holiday palette. And then I also have the Desi X Katie, which was also a holiday palette. So, can you guys see them? I think you can see them. Definitely keeping the Desi X Katie. I really love this palette. I love the shimmers in this palette. And this one is definitely staying with me. The Marvelous Mauves, I'm not a huge fan of. I thought I would be because, you know, I like reds on my eyes. But these are very muted colors. I don't feel like they're very... Oh, and I just dug that in. That stinks. Anyway, I don't know. They're monochromatic. They're not terrible, but I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. I'm going to come back to this one. We'll see about that one. And then the Snow Angels one, I did really like this one. So I can't do a complete look with this, to be honest with you, but I like it nonetheless. So I'm going to hold on to that one. And then I have these 3 Buxom palettes. These were all on sale, and I have not really had an opportunity to really use them. The one nice thing that I do really like about this is that they're magnetic inserts, and you can take the shadows that are in them out, and you can mix and match. So all of these shadows, well, can they? Yeah, they all come out. This comes out the side. Hold on. There goes the little brush. This actually comes out the side. So you can see that that actually comes out the side. And what you can do is you can take those eyeshadows individually out of there and you can swap them out with the other shadows in like the other palettes, or you can buy individual palettes or shadows from Buxom and make your own as well. So that was kind of cool. This one is the, what is it? Suede Seduction. This one is White Russian. I think I did touch into that one, the Suede Seduction. That one is White Russian. And then this one is May Contain Nudity. So they're just nudes. I mean, that one's nude. I mean, may contain nudity. It's pretty, you know, standard. These are more of the pinky tones. And then this one is, these are all mattes. So they're all mattes. So there you go. Those 3 palettes there from Buxom. I'm going to hold on to all 3 of these. And then this is it. I have 2 brands that I have 4 palettes each of. I have the Juvia's Place palettes. I have 4 of them. This one is, what is it called? The Masquerade Minis. I am going to be honest. I love Juvia's Place palettes. I'm going to be keeping all of these palettes. And I have one other one that I did get in a beauty box. This is the Masquerade Mini. Definitely holding on to that. Very, very colorful. Very, very pretty. I like that one. This one is the Magic Mini. Okay. That is what that one looks like. In fact, I don't think I've touched this one. Nope, haven't touched this one. This one is brand new. So definitely holding on to that as well. This one is the Nubian 2. That one is what that looks like. Whoops, you guys can't see it. That's what that one looks like. And then my last Juvia's Place palette is the Warrior palette. That's what that one looks like. So definitely keeping all 4 of those. All right, and then the last 4 palettes in this video before going back to my maybes are all Makeup Forever. These are the Artist palettes, I think they're called, the Artist 9 pans. So there were 4 of them, and I picked up all 4 because collections, you know, gotta have the collections. And they're literally just numbered 1 to 4. So they're not like, you know, anything crazy exciting as far as naming goes or anything like that. Yeah, this is the Artist Shadows 1. This is 2. That is 4. And I just dug my fingernail into it. Gosh darn it. And then this one would be 3, obviously. That kind of annoys me that I dug my fingernail into it. Okay, so anyway, these are the 5 palettes, or 4 palettes, can I count? 4 palettes that I have from Makeup Forever. I don't think I have any other Makeup Forever palettes. So, you know, this one's just kind of a nude, neutral. This one is all matte. This one is more of like a pastel, and then this one has some crazy colors, but if you cover up like a couple of them, they're not as crazy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and hold on to all 4 of these right now. These ones might go later this year. A lot of that depends on how much I get a chance to actually use them and see if I like the formula. I've seen some other folks who have tried these out and have said that they really like them. I think that they're discontinued, however, so this would be something that I probably would only wear in, you know, maybe a foundation review or something like that. But I'm going to go ahead and hold on to all 4 of these. All right, going back to my maybes. I don't have a lot of maybes, do I? And I only have one giveaway, one get rid of. Okay, it's fine. Okay, Violet Voss Pro, Like a Boss. I'm really leaning towards getting rid of this one. It's just kind of dull. Like the shades are just kind of dark. Like the yellow one really ends up showing like really, really bright, but then like everything else is just kind of dull. I actually picked this up because I thought it was very red toned, but it's not necessarily red toned. I'm going to think about that one. I'm going to definitely think about that one. Okay. Love Your Selfie too. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this one because I know it's not my favorite, and there's no point in me holding on to it because it's not really something that I enjoy using. All right, Smashbox. Smashbox. It's an all matte palette, which is not necessarily my favorite, but this is a good quality palette. All right, I'm gonna hold on to that one. Lancome. I don't think I've even really gotten a chance to try this. I'm gonna hold on to that one as well. The It Naturally Pretty palette. I don't remember this being a fantastic palette, to be honest with you. If I can get it open. It's a magnetic closure and just didn't want to open. So the difference with this one is that they're all matte except for this. It's a transforming pearl shade. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. I have to repeat it to myself because I want to keep it. The Marvelous Mauves. So there is nothing wrong with this palette as far as quality goes. It's just kind of boring to me. Like, I really thought I was going to love this, but when you start talking monochromatic palettes, I just struggle with something like this. Like, this is nothing like the Mauve Obsessions. That is a good, it's monochromatic in theory, but it's got a good wide variety of shades. Whereas this is just really just doesn't have it. And I do enjoy wearing shimmers on my eyes, and this is an entirely matte palette. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this palette. Yes, I am. All right, that brings me to my two Stila and my Violet Voss. The Stila. I kept the purple palette from Marc Jacobs, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. This was a TJ Maxx find, like I said, $7.99. I'm not even sure if they still have these palettes. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the body palette. And this one. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one too. It's an all matte palette for the same reason that I was talking about the It Cosmetics. I just don't really reach for all matte palettes very often, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this as well. This is the Mind palette. I've had this for a long time. I remember seeing some other YouTubers' videos about how much they love these palettes, but I just really don't reach for all matte palettes, so this one is going to go. That leaves me with the Violet Voss palette. What do I want to do with this palette? I'm going to swatch all four of the green ones down here because I want to see what they look like. The only one that looks like it's green is the last one. Do you see that? I swatched these four, and those are the four shades I ended up getting. So that's not what I expected. Can you guys see it? Not what I expected at all. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pass this along. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to pass this along. Alright, so the palettes that I'm going to be getting rid of. Not a whole lot, I know, but nonetheless, I have 7 here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 palettes that I'm going to be passing along to someone potentially online for sale, or potentially to a family or friend. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get rid of these 7 palettes, which brings my total keep pile. If you give me 1 second, I will get them all back here into the center of the screen, and we will talk about what I'm keeping. All right, so this is everything that I'm keeping from this video. It is 45 palettes. Is it too much? Yes. Am I going to keep them all anyway? Yes. Yes, yes, I am. All right, so come back later this year and I will absolutely be doing a more cut through declutter. Only one more declutter for this go round. It is the remaining portions of my high-end palettes. It is all of the high-end palettes that I have multiples of. So like my Tartes, my Too Faced, my etc. So I'll leave that for next week's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If so, please give me a thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit that red subscribe button and the little bell to notify you when I upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. Like I said, one more to go. I hope you've enjoyed this declutter series, and I do hope you stick around to see future Epic Beauty Fail videos. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.